Hello, friends. If you want to become more confident, attractive, and emotionally intelligent in your love life, then today's video is for you. We're bringing you a complete summary of Corey Wayne's powerful book, How to Be a 3% Man, Winning the Heart of the Woman of Your Dreams. In this video, you'll learn not just superficial tricks, but the real secrets of building genuine attraction, creating deep emotional connections, and maintaining long-term relationships. So, if you want to improve your relationships and join the top 3% of men who naturally attract women, make sure to watch this video till the end. And yes, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Page Wise so you never miss more life-changing book summaries. Let's begin and see how you can take your love life to the next level. Part 1. In the beginning, building the right mindset. Corey Wayne begins the book by setting the stage with his own story, his struggles, mistakes, and heartbreaks in relationships. Like many men, he thought being nice, overly available, or trying to please women was a way to win their hearts. But time after time, he was met with rejection, confusion, or short-lived flings that never developed into real love. This painful cycle led him to realize something important. The problem wasn't women, it was his mindset. Most men, Corey explains, fail in dating not because they're unattractive or unsuccessful, but because they don't understand the psychology of attraction. They rely on wrong advice from friends, media, or even women themselves, which often creates more confusion. The result? They chase, they overinvest, and they smother the spark instead of letting attraction grow naturally. Attraction is not built on tricks, cheesy pickup lines, or pretending to be someone you're not. It's built on attitude, confidence, emotional strength, and self-mastery. Women respond more to who you are than what you say. Corey emphasizes that this book is not about teaching you temporary hacks to get short-term attention. It's about transforming you into the kind of man who naturally attracts women and keeps them interested long-term. He also makes it clear that this book should not be read just once. Every time you go through it, you'll pick up new layers of wisdom. On the first read, you might only catch the basics. Don't chase, stay confident. Let things unfold naturally. But on your second or third read, you'll notice the deeper lessons about human psychology, emotional control, and relationship dynamics. Each rereading helps you refine your mindset and avoid old mistakes. Another crucial point Corey makes is this. Mistakes are inevitable. Every man will experience rejection, failure, and heartbreak. The difference between average men and the top 3% is how they respond. Instead of complaining, blaming women, or giving up, the successful man uses failures as feedback to improve himself. Part 2. The way things are, understanding reality. After laying the foundation in Part 1 about mindset, Corey Wayne takes readers deeper into the harsh realities of dating and relationships. Many men enter the dating world with wrong assumptions, shaped by movies, romantic comedies, social media, or even misguided advice from friends. But Corey explains that these illusions often do more harm than good. For example, society frequently teaches men that if you buy gifts, shower women with attention, and prove your love, then they'll reciprocate. But in reality, this often leads to the opposite. Women feel smothered, pressured, and lose attraction. Attraction doesn't grow from desperation or overgiving. It grows when a man has self-respect, confidence, and emotional balance. He also highlights one of the most common mistakes men make, taking relationship advice directly from women. While well-intentioned, most women explain relationships from their own perspective, not necessarily from what truly builds attraction. As Corey bluntly puts it, women say one thing but respond to another. For instance, they may say they want a nice guy, but deep down, what they respond is a man who's confident, independent, and strong in his boundaries. This part of the book is also about perception. Corey encourages men to see relationships as they truly are, not as they wish they were. Many men ignore red flags, cling to unhealthy relationships, or expect unrealistic outcomes because they're living in fantasy rather than reality. Facing the truth, whether it's about a woman's interest level, your own weaknesses, or the mistakes you've made, is essential. Another major point Corey emphasizes is emotional control. Relationships bring excitement, but they also bring challenges. Men who are impulsive, calling too often, seeking constant validation or reacting out of fear, usually sabotage attraction. On the other hand, men who stay calm, patient, and consistent naturally build trust and respect. Don't rely on society's myths about love and dating. They'll only set you up for failure. Stop seeking validation through gifts, attention, or constant chasing. These behaviors kill attraction. Understand that women's words don't always match their emotions. Pay more attention to their actions and responses. Emotional intelligence, staying calm and collected under pressure, is more attractive than looks or status. Building a strong, grounded mindset allows you to see situations clearly, avoid desperation, and create genuine connection. By the end of this section, Corey makes it clear. Success in relationships starts with clarity. Once you accept reality as it is, not as you hope, it becomes much easier to navigate dating with confidence. This chapter acts as a filter. It helps you shed false beliefs, cut through illusions, and prepare yourself for the deeper skills of attraction and emotional intelligence that Corey shares in later parts of the book. Part 3. The Art of Understanding, Learning Women's Psychology. Now that Corey Wayne has grounded us in reality, he shifts to one of the most important themes of the book, understanding women at a deeper psychological level. Many men mistakenly think attraction is purely about looks, money, or social status. While these can matter, Corey emphasizes that what truly keeps a woman interested is how you make her feel. Women are far more emotionally driven than men, and attraction for them often grows from trust, security, and the sense that they're with a man who gets them. Why this matters. Most men fail in relationships not because they're unattractive, but because they don't understand women's emotional needs. They misinterpret signals, push when they should pull back, and chase when they should remain patient. Corey shares that women rarely communicate directly when it comes to attraction. Instead, they use subtle hints, playful tests, and emotional cues. A man who is clueless about this will often overreact, becoming defensive, jealous, or needy. But a man who understands female psychology sees these behaviors not as problems, but as opportunities to build connection and trust. For example, when a woman playfully teases or challenges you, she isn't trying to push you away. She's testing your confidence. If you remain calm, playful, and unbothered, her attraction grows. But if you get upset or insecure, she instantly loses respect. Another crucial point Corey makes. Women are attracted to strength, not perfection. Strength doesn't mean physical dominance, but emotional stability. Can you stay grounded when life gets tough? Can you lead without being controlling? Can you show empathy without being overly submissive? These qualities make a man stand out in a world full of uncertainty. He also explains that women are naturally drawn to men who have purpose and ambition. If you build your entire world around a woman, she'll eventually feel trapped and lose interest. But if you have passions, goals, and a life outside the relationship, she'll admire you more and want to be part of your journey. Attraction is emotional, not logical. Women fall for how you make them feel, not what you tell them. Women communicate indirectly through hints, tests, and emotions. Pay attention to actions more than words. Confidence, calmness, and playfulness make you magnetic. Insecurity repels. Women are drawn to men with purpose. Don't lose your individuality in a relationship. Understanding women is not about manipulation, but about empathy, awareness, and balance. Corey frames this part of the book as a skill set every man must master. It's not about memorizing lines or tricks. It's about developing emotional intelligence, reading subtle cues, and responding with strength and authenticity. By the end of this section, you start to see why Corey calls his readers the 3% of men. Most men don't bother to learn these lessons, which is why they struggle. But those who do, who take the time to truly understand women, create deeper, lasting connections built on trust, respect, and passion. Part 4. Pick up dating and attraction. This is where Corey Wayne starts connecting mindset and psychology to real-world action, the art of dating. If earlier chapters laid the foundation, this part is about execution. What you actually do when you meet, attract, and pursue a woman. Corey begins by breaking down one of the biggest myths. Dating is about chasing women until they say yes. In reality, chasing too hard, texting nonstop, or constantly seeking validation only kills attraction. Instead, Corey emphasizes that dating is about creating opportunities for women to choose you. The first step, approach with confidence. When you meet a woman you're interested in, your goal is simple. Start a conversation in a relaxed, natural way. Don't overthink your words. Your energy and confidence matter more than a clever line. Corey reminds us that women pick up on subtle signals. Body language, tone, and whether you're comfortable in your own skin. If you're nervous but authentic, that's far more attractive than trying to act like someone you're not. Phone numbers and texting. Once you've made a genuine connection, Corey advises keeping things light. Don't over-explain yourself, don't flutter with texts, and don't try to force chemistry. Instead, use communication as a bridge to set up real dates. A confident man doesn't need constant reassurance. He sets plans, follows through, and keeps things simple. The date, simplicity wins. A huge mistake men make is over-planning or trying too hard to impress. Fancy dinners, expensive gifts, or overly serious conversations often backfire. Corey suggests something simple: coffee, casual drinks, or a walk. Why? Because the goal of a first date isn't to prove your worth. It's to enjoy each other's company and see if there's natural chemistry. Creating attraction. Attraction grows when you stay present, listen actively, and make her feel comfortable while also being playful. Corey notes that flirting and light humor work far better than scripted compliments. Women want to feel that being with you is fun, effortless, and emotionally engaging. The balance of interest. This part of the book also highlights one of Corey's most powerful lessons. Mirror her level of interest. If she's texting back quickly, engaging, and showing excitement, great, match her energy. If she's distant, unresponsive, or uninterested, don't chase harder. Pull back and let her show if she's truly interested. A man who respects his own value never begs for attention. Rejection and indifference. And yes, sometimes it won't work out. Corey makes it clear. Rejection isn't failure, it's redirection. Not every woman will like you, and that's okay. The wrong woman rejecting you clears the path for the right one. A 3% man doesn't dwell on one closed door. He stays confident, keeps improving himself, and moves forward. Don't chase. Create opportunities for attraction to grow naturally. Confidence and authenticity matter more than clever lines. Keep dates simple and focus on connection, not performance. Mirror her level of interest. Don't overinvest in someone who isn't reciprocating. Rejection is not the end. It's part of the process of finding the right match. By the end of this section, Corey makes it clear that dating is not about winning women over. It's about living as your best self and letting the right women gravitate toward you. Part 5, Red Flags and Common Mistakes. By this stage, Corey Wayne has shown us how attraction begins and how to nurture it. But here's the truth. Most men don't lose women because they never attracted them. They lose them because of avoidable mistakes. This section is all about recognizing red flags in women and in yourself that can destroy relationships before they even begin. Mistake number 1, being too needy or desperate. Corey says the number 1 attraction killer is neediness. Constantly texting, double calling when she doesn't respond, demanding reassurance, or making her the center of your entire world will make her pull away. Women are drawn to men who are confident and secure in themselves, not men who cling out of fear. Mistake 2, ignoring red flags in women. It's not just men who make mistakes. Sometimes the problem is the woman you're pursuing. Corey warns men not to overlook toxic traits just because they're blinded by attraction. For example, she constantly cancels plans without explanation. She flirts with other guys in front of you. She's disrespectful, controlling, or manipulative. She blames others for everything and never takes accountability. A 3% man knows his value. He doesn't chase women who show obvious signs of drama, disinterest, or disrespect. Instead, he walks away before things get messy. Mistake 3, oversharing or overexplaining. Many men try to prove their worth by bragging, overtalking, or explaining every detail about their lives. Corey reminds us that attraction isn't built by dumping your life story on the first date. It's built through curiosity, mystery, and shared experiences over time. Mistake 4, playing games. On the flip side, some men swing the other way and start using manipulative tactics, pretending to be unavailable, deliberately ignoring messages, or faking confidence. Corey is clear, this backfires. Women can sense when you're not authentic, and it destroys trust. Confidence should come from genuine self-respect, not fake strategies. Mistake 5, losing your purpose. Another critical red flag is when a man abandons his goals and passions just to make time for a woman. At first, she might enjoy the attention, but eventually, she'll lose respect because you've lost your sense of direction. A man's purpose comes first. It's what gives him strength, drive, and leadership. Without it, attraction fades. Mistake 6, rushing commitment. Corey also warns against pushing for exclusivity, love declarations, or long-term promises too quickly. Relationships grow best when they develop naturally. Pressure creates resistance. Patience builds trust. Don't sabotage yourself with needy behavior. Confidence is magnetic. Pay attention to women's actions, not just their words. Red flags are warnings, not invitations. Don't overshare or brag. Mystery and patience spark attraction. Be authentic. Never play games or pretend to be someone you're not. Keep your purpose first. Women respect men with ambition and direction. Let commitment unfold naturally, without forcing it. By the end of this section, Corey drives home a powerful truth. Dating isn't just about finding the right woman. It's about avoiding the wrong ones. A 3% man knows that his time, energy, and emotional well-being are valuable, and he won't waste them on relationships filled with drama, manipulation, or imbalance. Part 6. Building long-term relationships, from dates to deep connection. By this point in the book, Corey Wayne has shown us how to attract women, avoid mistakes, and recognize red flags. But attraction and dating are just the beginning. If you want something meaningful, you need to know how to transition from casual dating into a steady, fulfilling, long-term relationship. This section focuses on exactly that: how to keep attraction alive, deepen emotional bonds, and build something real that can actually last. The first date, setting the tone. Corey explains that a first date is more than just dinner or coffee. It's a foundation for everything that follows. A 3% man doesn't try too hard, doesn't overshare, and doesn't come across as desperate. Instead, he creates a fun, relaxed atmosphere. The goal? To let her experience your confidence, humor, and authenticity. A great first date isn't about impressing. It's about connection. Keep it light and casual. Don't talk about exes or heavy drama. Let the conversation flow naturally. Focus on shared laughter and good energy. The kiss test and physical escalation. One of Corey's most practical tips is the kiss test. Rather than awkwardly asking, "Can I kiss you?" he advises reading her signals. If you lean in slowly and she doesn't back away, it's green light. If she pulls back, you respect that and continue building comfort. This approach shows confidence without pressure, and women respond positively to men who can lead without being pushy. Physical intimacy should always grow naturally. Rushing it creates resistance. Pacing it with respect builds trust and excitement. Balancing masculine and feminine energy. A crucial idea in this section is polarity. Relationships thrive when masculine and feminine energies balance each other. If a man becomes too passive, indecisive, or dependent, he loses attraction. Similarly, if he tries to control or dominate, it creates conflict. The 3% man leads with strength and confidence, but also creates space for his partner's feminine energy to shine. That balance keeps the chemistry alive. Keeping mystery and independence. One of Corey's strongest warnings is, don't overexpose yourself too soon. If you dump every detail about your life or start acting overly available, the relationship becomes predictable and boring. Instead, maintain a bit of mystery. Keep pursuing your hobbies, passions, and goals. Let her wonder what's next. This not only keeps the relationship exciting, but also reinforces that you are a man with a purpose, not someone orbiting her life. Avoiding clinginess in the early stages. Corey stresses that women are most attracted when a man is secure and patient. Constant calling, texting, or seeking validation signals insecurity. Instead, focus on quality time together, not quantity of messages. Remember, space builds desire. When she misses you, attraction deepens. Emotional connection and trust. Beyond attraction, Corey emphasizes that real relationships thrive on emotional connection. This means listening more than talking, being present instead of distracted, respecting her emotions, even if you don't fully understand them, showing consistency in your actions. Trust grows when a woman feels safe emotionally and physically with you. Once trust is established, the relationship naturally deepens into commitment. First dates set the foundation. Keep it fun, light, and relaxed. Use the KISS test to move forward with confidence and respect. Balance masculine and feminine energy to keep chemistry alive. Maintain your independence and purpose. Mystery sustains attraction. Give her space to miss you. Desire grows in absence. Focus on building trust and emotional connection, not rushing commitment. By the end of this section, Corey makes it clear. Long-term attraction isn't about big romantic gestures. It's about consistency, patience, and authenticity. A 3% man doesn't chase, beg, or rush. He leads with confidence, listens with empathy, and builds trust over time. This is how casual dating transforms into a meaningful relationship, step by step, moment by moment. Part 7. Keep it steady, maintaining attraction and long-term success. So far, Corey Wayne has explained how to build attraction, handle first few dates, and create a strong emotional foundation. But here's the real challenge. How do you keep that spark alive once you're already in a relationship? This part of the book is all about sustaining excitement, mystery, and emotional connection so that the relationship doesn't fade into routine or boredom. The importance of mystery. Corey stresses that one of the biggest mistakes men make after entering a relationship is revealing too much too soon or becoming overly predictable. At the start, there's excitement because everything feels new, your thoughts, your habits, your lifestyle. But if you suddenly share everything, or worse, make her the center of your entire life, the curiosity fades. The lesson? Continue the mystery. Keep growing. Keep pursuing your passions. And don't hand over every detail about yourself on day one. The unknown keeps attraction alive. Independence builds respect. A 3% man doesn't smother his partner. He balances closeness with space. Corey points out that women are most attracted to men who are secure in their purpose and don't rely on their partner for constant validation. This means keep chasing your goals. Maintain friendships and hobbies. Don't drop your entire life just because you're in love. Your independence is what made you attractive in the first place. Don't lose it. Timing and the L word. Another critical point Corey highlights is about commitment and expressing love. Many men rush into saying, "I love you," or pushing for exclusivity too quickly. This comes from insecurity and fear of losing her. But in reality, rushing creates pressure, and pressure kills attraction. A 3% man lets the relationship unfold naturally. He allows the woman to bring up commitment. And when she feels it, she'll say it first. Patience shows strength. Desperation destroys respect. Maintaining emotional polarity. Relationships thrive on the balance of masculine and feminine energy. If a man starts acting too needy, indecisive, or emotional all the time, the polarity breaks. Instead, Corey teaches men to remain grounded in their masculine frame, calm, confident, and purposeful, while appreciating and encouraging their partner's feminine energy. This balance keeps passion alive. Consistency is key. Another secret Corey shares is that attraction isn't just about creating big moments. It's about small, consistent actions over time. Keeping your word. Following through on promises. Staying calm during conflicts. Showing her you're reliable. Consistency creates safety. Safety builds trust. Trust deepens love. Keeps a mystery alive. Don't reveal everything too soon. Stay independent. Your purpose and goals make you attractive. Don't rush commitment or the L word. Let unfold naturally. Maintain masculine energy and respect her feminine energy. Build consistency through reliability and small daily actions. By the end of this section, Corey makes it clear, attraction isn't a one-time achievement. It's an ongoing process. The men who maintain their independence, patience, and consistency are the ones who turn relationships into lasting love. A 3% man doesn't try to lock down love. He earns it daily through his mindset, his actions, and his presence. Part 8. Solving the mystery, communication, and conflict management. Once attraction is established and a relationship is underway, the next crucial skill Corey Wayne emphasizes is effective communication and conflict management. Relationships naturally face challenges, misunderstandings, and disagreements. But what separates lasting partnerships from short-lived ones is how these situations are handled. Corey explains that communication isn't just about talking. It's about expressing your feelings, intentions, and boundaries clearly and respectfully. Emotional intelligence and patience play a key role here, allowing both partners to understand each other without escalating conflicts. Corey also stresses the importance of weathering the storm. Every relationship will experience tension, but impulsive reactions, blaming, or emotional outbursts only worsen problems. Instead, a 3% man approaches conflicts calmly, listens actively, and responds with empathy. This not only resolves issues effectively, but also builds trust and mutual respect, which strengthens a relationship over time. Corey further advises that successful communication involves subtle cues, tone, and consistency. Small gestures like acknowledging her feelings, validating her perspective, and maintaining transparency contribute to emotional safety. Ultimately, Part 8 teaches that relationships thrive not on romance alone, but on mastery of communication and the ability to navigate challenges together. A man who can handle disagreements with composure and understanding elevates his connection, transforming attraction into a lasting, emotionally fulfilling bond. Part 9. Taking it to the next level, deepening the relationship. After establishing basic attraction, enjoying initial dates, and mastering early communication, Corey Wayne emphasizes that the next step is deepening the relationship and creating a meaningful, committed bond. This phase is all about emotional vulnerability and sharing your true self, your thoughts, feelings, experiences, and values with your partner. By being authentic and open, you naturally build trust and mutual respect, which forms a foundation of a long-lasting connection. Corey also highlights the importance of small, thoughtful gestures, gifts, appreciation, acts of support that show your partner she is valued and understood. These actions may seem minor, but they accumulate over time to strengthen intimacy and connection. Furthermore, Corey discusses the concept of final commitment, emphasizing that long-term love requires consistent effort, empathy, and understanding rather than relying solely on the initial spark of attraction. Deepening a relationship is not about grandiose displays or superficial charm. It's about showing up consistently, being emotionally available, and nurturing the relationship every day. Corey reminds readers that long-term intimacy grows from active participation, emotional awareness, and maintaining balance between independence and togetherness, ensuring that the relationship remains fulfilling for both partners. Part 9 teaches that true relationship mastery comes from effort, empathy, and continuous emotional connection, not from shortcuts or temporary gestures. Part 10. Keeping it all together, sustaining love and relationship success. Once a strong emotional connection is established, Corey Wayne emphasizes that the real challenge is maintaining a healthy, exciting, and balanced relationship over the long term. Attraction and initial chemistry are just the beginning. Sustaining a relationship requires continuous effort, emotional awareness, and consistent nurturing. Corey introduces key strategies such as keeping the magic alive and maintaining polarity, which refers to balancing masculine and feminine energy in a relationship to preserve excitement and natural chemistry. Small gestures, shared fun moments, and acts of appreciation are not trivial. They are essential to keeping the spark alive. Additionally, Corey explains the importance of adhering to the 10 disciplines of love, which include honesty, patience, trust, appreciation, forgiveness, self-improvement, personal growth, communication, support, and emotional awareness. These principles are not just abstract ideas. They should guide your daily behavior and mindset, forming the backbone of a thriving relationship. Corey stresses that relationship mastery is built on continuous effort rather than short-term wins, and emotional intimacy grows only when both partners feel valued, respected, and supported. By integrating these practices consistently, a man can maintain long-term attraction, deepen emotional bonds, and create a fulfilling, enduring partnership. The ultimate lesson of Part 10 is clear. Sustaining love is about consistent action, mutual respect, emotional intelligence, and a commitment to growing together, making your relationship stronger every single day. Final takeaways: mastering attraction and lasting love. Corey Wayne's How to Be a 3% Man teaches that lasting attraction and fulfilling relationships are not built on superficial tricks or one-time gestures, but on self-mastery, emotional intelligence, and consistent effort. The book emphasizes that before you can truly attract the right partner, you must first understand yourself, your mindset, values, goals, and emotions, and develop confidence, independence, and emotional balance. Women are naturally drawn to men who demonstrate self-respect, emotional awareness, and consistency, not desperation or overdependence. Through practical guidance on understanding female psychology, effective communication, dating strategies, and conflict resolution, Corey shows how to build authentic, long-term connections rather than short-term attention. Mistakes and challenges are a normal part of relationships, but they become learning opportunities when approached with the right mindset. Ultimately, success in love comes down to empathy, respect, patience, emotional vulnerability, and continuous personal growth. By applying these principles, you position yourself among the 3% of men who are truly confident, attractive, and capable of maintaining meaningful, lasting relationships. The core message is simple yet profound. Focus on improving yourself. Understand women deeply, communicate effectively, stay consistent, and nurture your relationship. This is a path to real love, attraction, and fulfillment.